For Black, I'm the VP of Regulatory Affairs and Policy in Colorado. I also manage our energy efficiency team enterprise-wide and then our rate design team. And so we've got gas and electric in 3 states, Wyoming, Colorado, and South Dakota, and then gas only in Arkansas, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, and I think I got them all.
And so here, this is probably one of the busiest points and highest points of the work that you do, because this conference is where you interact with the utility commissions, with the state level regulators, where the relationships are very important for the operation of all that infrastructure. What are some of the things that you've learned at this particular NARUC conference here in New Orleans?
Yeah, I mean, I think, for me, like you mentioned, the relationships, building that, but also understanding what are other utilities dealing with, what are commissions dealing with, what are commission staff. So really that for me is kind of the piece for getting here, is understanding, we've got issues that we're dealing with, what issues, how are other states dealing with those, other utilities, that type of thing, but also what might be coming down the path. So really that kind of maybe the key messages that I've seen or been talking with us about this past few days is affordability. Affordability for customers, it's critically important for us. It's critically important for our customers. We got the natural gas prices that have gone up. We've got infrastructure that needs to be going in the ground. So for us, we're really looking at that and how do we kind of soften that blow for our customers. Some of the other things dealing with, looking at electrification, EVs, those types of things. So yeah, it's been a good time. Like I said, it's really great to just be able to get together and be able to build those relationships, have those conversations, and get to see people that we maybe haven't seen for a while.
My other question has to do with the theme of the conference, which is innovative and disruptive technology. Connecting the dots of innovative and disruptive technology. Let's ask for your 5-year prediction. What's one aspect of technological transformation that you think is going to hit the utility regulatory space in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think what I hope happens is we've seen a little bit at the FERC and kind of what you guys are working on, right? With the ability to do some filings online without the substantial administrative burden, being able to just file this stuff. So I'm hoping the states are a little bit further behind on that. It takes a little bit of money to kind of put those systems in place, but so I'm really hoping that's an area where the state commissions will be able to kind of catch up and do more. That it's a lot more automated from that standpoint. And the other thing I think, and maybe not so much on the regulatory side, but just using the data that we have to understand how our customers are using our products, and how can we help them utilize that data, or us utilize that data to help them use our services in a more effective manner for their use.
Great. Those are some great predictions. And of course, I agree. We would love to digitize more of the regulatory process, make the filings automatic, and then open up more of that corpus of information to being analyzed so that we can understand and predict what's happening in these critical industries.
Yeah, definitely.
So Nick, the last thing I want to do is I'm going to ask you if there's any other thoughts that you want to leave our audience with. While we're doing that, I want to make sure that our HData team is queuing up the next portion of our webcast, which is will be a quick look at the platform hosted by Luke Ashton, our regulatory economist. So as they're doing that, final question, what's one understanding you would like to leave our audience of utility commission staffs and utility team members? What's one thought you'd like to leave them with?
Yeah, I mean, for me, NARUC has been a big part of, prior as on a commission on the Iowa Utilities Board. NARUC was a huge part for me of learning, understanding, building those relationships, like you said. So if you have the opportunity to get engaged, NARUC is, I would say, probably one of the premier places where you can come learn about what's going on in the utility space, understand what, from a regulatory standpoint, what's going on, who's involved, where things are going. So really, from that perspective, that's what I would say. NARUC is a great opportunity to do that and build great relationships and friendships that you'll have for years to come.